guys, how's it going? In this video I'm going to make a basic shelter out of a emergency blanket. I'm going to use paracord and duct tape to create this shelter. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is open up the space blanket. This is an MPI brand. It's one of the better ones out there. And you can see how bright these are. Obviously they could be used as a signal panel or whatever. Alright guys, here's what it looks like all opened up. It's pretty much big enough just for a tall person like me. That's what it looks like. The first thing I'm going to do is reinforce each corner with the duct tape. That's what each corner should look like. And the reason that you want to do this is because that's where most of the stress is going to be on the blanket. And these can rip pretty easily. Also, I'm going to be poking a hole through there to attach some paracord. Once you've reinforced each corner, you want to take your knife or whatever you have at the time and make a small hole or slit right in the center. And be careful not to cut all the way through. You'll have to redo it if you do. Just enough so you can fit whatever kind of cord you're using through it. Now you want to take the paracord and the reinforced corner with the slit in it of the emergency blanket and run the paracord through the slit or hole and tie it off, tie a knot. And if you didn't reinforce it with duct tape, the emergency blanket would probably just rip right through it. And I just want to talk a little bit about choosing a good location for your camp or your shelter. There is a stream pretty close to us right now. You don't want to be super close to it, especially if you're sleeping on the ground, because if it starts to rain a lot, you could wake up and be flooded all around you and be soaking wet. Also, with a shelter like this, I'm going to need 4 trees to tie it off to, so you want that. That's a factor too to consider. Also, another important thing to look for are widow makers, which are big dead branches that could potentially fall on you in the middle of the night and kill you or severely injure you. And so you want to check for large dead trees around you and make sure there's no widow makers. In a survival situation, a good spot would be somewhere where you could be seen easily by aircraft. When you choose a camp or a spot, try to get all those factors, and that'll be a pretty good spot to be camping in. I have my emergency blanket prepped, and now I'm going to start tying the ends off to the 4 trees I'm going to be using. And this is one of them right here. And I'm going to use a quick release knot to tie this. Alright, so there's the first one. You don't want it to be too high off the ground. You want to keep the heat down with you. Also, once they're all tied up, you can adjust the different trees and rope to the height you need. Right now I have the front portion attached, both with quick release knots. But this is what it looks like complete. And as you can see, it's angled down, so if there's rain, it'll just drip right down. And this can actually double as a rain catch. If you tied another rope right here, you could allow it to drip right into your container or whatever you have. This wouldn't be the best option for winter, really cold weather. If you were using this in cold weather, you'd want it lower to the ground to try to keep in as much heat as possible. This is a secondary blanket that I have. It's an old ripped one. if you had a fire in front of the shelter, maybe like right here, that would radiate heat down to you as you were sleeping. And as you can see, even a tall person like me could stay dry and warm underneath this. And also, aircraft above you could probably see the reflection of the blanket too. So that's another good feature of using an emergency blanket as a shelter like this.